Hey everyone, it's Ivan, KipAdger.com, out here for day two. Day two started this morning relatively early, another little safety brief, stuff along those lines. Passed some words as far as what was going to happen today, and then went to it. Started initially with a number of groups, finishing up battles that didn't get done yesterday, their events. And then we started with, I guess it was the aggregate. Initially, starts 2 rope climbs up and down. After that, run over to your lane, pick up, I think it was farmer's carry initially, almost up to the firing line. I'm like, man, shooting seems really loud. And then I remembered I didn't have my ear pro in. Already have tinnitus, don't really want more. Fortunately, carry with me in my fanny pack. Threw that stuff on, and then it was 20 rounds rifle. After the 20 rounds rifle, ended up going into, I guess it was 10 rounds pistol on steel. The rifle, you're shooting at steel over at, it would be 50 yards, I guess. And I want to say the pistol steel was like 15 yards. Dropped one initially offhand with your rifle, and then everything was standing also with your pistol. Ended up dropping a rifle round. I was like, all right, no need to do that. Slow down, got the rest. Take that back, pick up your wheelbarrow, bring that guy down there, dump that. Again, 20 rifle, this time kneeling. Again, dropped one. I'm like, okay, slow back down. Then stand up, shoot your 10 pistol, back down, and then 100-pound, like, sandbag Atlas stone. Take that down, same thing, this time you'll rifle from the prone. Burn through that, didn't drop any. Stood up, shot my pistol, didn't drop any. Take that back down, and then your 4th trip is just sprint down, draw out your pistol, ideally out of a fanny bag holster, and then engage the steel at 50 yards. Anything extra is a 30-second, or if you hit it, it's a 30-second bonus. And if you drop rounds, it doesn't matter, you need to expend all 5 rounds. So you can kind of risk reward, see what you want to do. Tried to hit it, dropped my 1st round, and then hit it on my 2nd round. Slowly holstered back up, ran down, and got my time. But it was fun, it was a good time, and yeah, 2 more battles today, so let's see what we get.
1, 2, 3.
Just finished battle 2 of day 2. And you essentially start at the firing line, sprint down about 50 yards, and then 30 rounds from your rifle standing at about 50 yards on the steel. Took me a minute to get that thing loaded. Still just not used to that platform very much, and yeah, getting that extreme angle. Unfortunately, most of the footage is perfect if you want to check out my judge. He was a super cool dude. Honestly, it was on me. I didn't set the camera up in a advantageous position, but it is what it is. Finally got that in there. Dropped a couple rounds just so I was like, oh, I should probably slow down a little bit. Back to the breathing. And then after that, you run back, grab a sled, take the sled down, and then 10 rounds kneeling, conduct a reload, 10 rounds sitting, conduct a reload, 10 rounds prone. Burn through all those. Sled back, pick up 50-pound, like brute force sandbag, go halfway, and then you have to throw it, I think like 5 yards, and it has to clear the lines, otherwise you get a no rep, and it has to basically throw it 10 times. Once you do that, pick it up, back to the firing line, and draw your pistol. For bonus rounds, you have 2 poppers. You need to, from left to right, hit both of them. Once you get both of them, any extra rounds are gonna be extra, basically 10 seconds deducted off of your total time. And if you miss all 10 rounds, 1, you get negative 100 seconds plus an additional negative 30 seconds. So it behooves you to make sure you get and they weren't very far. I think they were, I don't know, like 15 yards, little poppers or something, but got both of them. Took me 3 rounds, dropped my first round, got the other ones, subsequent 2 rounds. Yeah, ran back. I had my 70-second deduction, but then I ended up dropping 6 rounds, I think 4 offhand, just not slowing down. And then I think I dropped 1, I don't know, maybe kneeling. And then 1, I ended up smashing and punching it back into the case, just being rough with the mag, whatever, this is what it is. But that is the 2 battles that are down for day 2, have 1 more to go. Right now I am here with Jessica, and this is your first event, right?
Yes.
What I think is really cool is the fact that someone said, hey, this is something I want to do, and then pursued it. When did you make a decision to do this?
So I've been attending these with my husband. He's been competing the past 2 in South Carolina and then North Carolina.
Which is where I initially met her husband, part of like our crew we'd roll around with.
And when we were at the one in North Carolina, we were having dinner after the Saturday night events, and I mentioned to my husband, I said, you know, I kind of get kind of jealous. Everybody's out there running around. I'm just kind of sitting on my bum, watching everybody do all this fun stuff. Said, you know, would you support it if I wanted to do the next one? He said,
awesome.
He said, first of all, that means I get to buy more gear, so yes.
And so, keep in mind that North Carolina one to this one was like
6 weeks ago.
Yeah, like it was not a long time.
My rifle just arrived. Well, actually, we just bought the rifle a couple weeks ago. I sat down with it Wednesday night.
Yes. Keep in mind Wednesday night, with today being
4 days
Sunday.
Sat down with a buddy, and he ran me through it. He took 2 hours out of his evening, ran me through it. With the help of some friends, I got all kitted up, and here I am. So just
absolutely. Are you having fun out here?
I'm having so much fun.
No, it's awesome, and
it is not a race against the clock for me. It's a race against me.
That's what it is, though. Like, it's about like going through and just having fun and accomplishing it at the end of the day. Though I just watched you climb the rope
for the first time,
which was epic.
Yeah.
And I'm honestly like, I saw you up there and I was like, because you kind of pause. Usually when people pause, it's like, nope, done. But you're like, no, like, I'm gonna do this. And
I was pot committed at that point, so
that was awesome.
Got
and
a little
then
bit of grit. And
also, had you ever shot a pistol at 50 yards?
No, never.
Have you ever shot pistol?
Not even at 20.
There you go.
I was practicing. I went to the range 4 times over the past 6 weeks, and I started out shooting at 7.
7 yards?
Yep. Then 5. Started out at 5 the first day, then graduated to 7, then went up to 10, and then on the 4th time, I did a mixture between 12 and 18 yards. So
no, and like right here, I just watched one of your strings. I think you dropped like the first round at 15 yards, and then the next 9, like straight on there, and then the 50 for the bonus rounds.
Yep.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, and I think what I find funny is so many people are intimidated by it. And I get it, like it can be scary, I guess, to put yourself out there.
For sure.
But you literally were like, hey, I want to do this, I'm gonna go do this.
Yeah.
And short timeline.
Yeah.
And awesome job out there.
Had a little help from my friends. Made it.
That's what it's about, man.
Everybody's kind of out here cheering you on, which is really nice. But honestly, it's just to get it in your mind. Hey, this is something I'm going to do, and
tenacious.
Yeah, I was fighting ear infection over the past 3 weeks, so there was a point in time where I actually didn't think I was going to make it. So, but I'm glad everything fizzled out, and I'm here. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Jessica decided she was going to do it. 6 weeks ago.
That's right.
She's here today competing and doing awesome.
One more to go.
Yeah, one more battle. Here we are, I am with...
I'm Ben from Wiseman Company.
Yes, and we just completed the last event that we'll probably ever do.
Yeah, at the JTAC.
No, this was the last event of day 2 down here in the 2019 Florida inaugural
JTAC Ranch.
JTAC Ranch.
This is pretty much going to be their flagship spot for
Which,
the tactical games.
to that end, it's pretty rad.
Yeah,
Like,
it's big, it's huge. A lot of potential.
a lot of potential for a lot of stuff, to include distance stuff,
Yeah.
which we didn't really do.
No.
But no, there's absolutely a ton of potential here.
Yeah.
Tell us about this event.
So this event was pretty straightforward. It was basically a 50-yard,
Suffer.
yes, belly crawl, but you had a 40-pound water jug behind you attached to a rope.
So you had to low crawl with your water can, and people approach it different ways.
All sorts of ways to approach it. The majority of folks crawled as far as the rope would let them, turn around and reel in the jug. And
I
then
tried that
repeat,
method.
Repeat. I tried both. I tried dragging as far as I could and then turning over and reeling it in. I can't say which way was really
I don't know. Like it's suffering. What I will say is a lot of people's guns went down
Yeah.
once they got to the firing line.
Yeah, that was my main focus, just trying to keep my gun out of the sand. A lot of guys taped up their dust covers, plugged their mag ports, things like that.
First world problems.
Yeah, if you're running an AK, it probably ran better by the time you were.
Yeah,
at
like
the
you
end
have
of
to
the-
lube it with sand and dirt.
But yeah, it was an interesting stage. I don't think we've ever done anything quite like that.
No, I think that was the first time they incorporated like low crawling in there.
Yeah.
But how'd you do on that one?
I shot it clean, dropped 0 shots. I probably could have went at it a little faster.
Oh, so the second part, once you get down to the firing line, any position you want, behooves you to shoot prone. You're shooting steel at 100 yards. And then,
It's 20 rounds.
20 rounds. And then transition, there's a JTAC Customs PCC there, 9mm. Grab that thing, and then 3 rounds left to right on 3 poppers, right?
Right, yep,
Or
yeah.
3 hits
Yeah,
left to
so
right.
you had 10 rounds to clear the 3 poppers.
You got all 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I did too.
Was
did-
there
sorry.
a penalty? Was there a penalty if you didn't clear it?
I think maybe.
Everyone was going to clear it.
Yeah.
Super easy. So
It was easy. It was close. I dropped one. It was my first rifle round. Dumped it right off the left side, and after that, I favored right and blasted.
yeah,
like,
we basically got to the end at the same time,
so.
and you got out of the gate, turned around and brought the jug back, probably 15 seconds
yeah,
faster.
like
than
I just yelled "comrade" over and over. In my mind, blazed away on this
You
thing.
ran back so fast because of the tracksuit, and I would
That
recommend
too,
you
yeah.
guys to wear tracksuits if you want to move fast.
Like this isn't a fashion statement. Like this is a tactical decision. Absolutely. But that was
That's the end of
third
it.
battle of day 2.
Yep, that's the end of it. I'm gonna go take all this stuff off.
Crack a White Claw.
Crack a White Claw.
That right there wraps up Tactical Games 2019 November down here at JTAC Ranch in Florida. It was a lot of fun out here, largely because people I was here with. The games are the games. You end up suffering through it, get usually closer through that shared suffering. But no, like the people is honestly what it's been about and the reason I've came to these last number of games, like at the end of the day. Some really good people, getting to hang out with them and stuff. And yeah, just got done with the awards ceremony. Really cool to see Sarah get recognized. She's put a ton of work into the games and really helped make a lot of significant improvements with it. And yeah, some of the other people too. Cool to see people's hard work actually get appreciated and recognized up there. And it's always fun to see friends like, yeah, up there collecting trophies. But this wraps up my experience here at the November 2019 Tactical Games. And as always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time. Together, hold those trophies up.
In front of the garbage?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's out of frame.
Got it.
Hang on, hang on.